Order. I call on Claudette Hoiti to make her maiden statement.
Ko whetu matarau me rākau manga ngā maunga. Ko raka tu whero te awa me tangaro te moana. Ko tutua me rāwhiti ngā marae. Ko Ngāti Rua Taupare me Ngāti Kuta ngā hapu. Ko Ngāti Parau me ngā puhi ngā iwi. Ko Claudette Hoiti ahau. Mr. Speaker, e hara taku toa, he takitahi, he toa takitini. I come not alone, but accompanied by the many, those who have passed, those who have yet to breathe life on this earth, and those who are here with me today by thought and by presence. I acknowledge my whānau and friends who have travelled to Pōneke to be with me today. Ke aku whānau me ngā hoa, tēnā koutou katoa. This afternoon, I rise before the House full of gratitude to the Prime Minister, Right Honourable John Key, the National Party Board, President Peter Goodfellow, and past Presidents Michelle Bogue and John Slater, without whose support I would not be here today. I come to the House with all that I have, my whānau, my iwi, my people, my life's experiences. I am Ngāti Parau, ngā puhi by birth and by blood. I am explicitly Māori, unequivocally a New Zealander. I would like to acknowledge my whanaunga and colleagues, the Honourable Tau Henare, Honourable Hekia Parata. I would also like to mihi Honourable Tariana Turia, Honourable Peter Sharples, the co-leader of the Green Party, me Tiria Ture, and to my Māori colleagues across the parties, tēnā koutou katoa. I come to this House in all humility as a descendant of Te Aitangara Hauiti, and although one of our most revered rangatira has passed from this world, it is with the greatest of honour and humbleness that I can continue to carry the tribe's name and to honour the Honourable Parikura Horomia, e te rangatira haere, haere, haere atu rā. My views have been shaped by the many people who have touched my life. My mother, Josephine Lucas, and father, Jerry Teretiu Hauiti, left their rural roots of Moerewa and Te Araroa for better lives. In the late 1950s, they migrated to Auckland along with 25,000 other Māori, chasing their dreams of getting a job, buying a house, seeing their children get the best education possible. My parents lived in Māori boarding houses in Parnell, Ponsonby, and then in Harding Street in Auckland City. Friday and Saturday nights they ballroom danced at the Orange Hall and Māori Community Centre, and on Sundays got politicised at Tātai Hono Anglican Church on Kaipa Pass Road. On weekdays my parents worked at lolly factories, as machinists, on the wharf, at the freezing works, on the roads and on the railways. The more Māori migrated, the more they experienced social, cultural upheaval, a loss of language, dislocated from papakainga, disconnection from whānau. What we saw instead was a gravitation to alcohol and drugs, while some substituted traditional whānau for life with patched gangs. Sadly, we're still experiencing the fallout of that era where manual mahi went from boom to bust. Layoffs spread through our people like wild weed, and we're now trying to unbundle the stranglehold of dispiritedness that comes with intergenerational unemployment and social welfare dependency. Today, too many of our precious babies are dying, too many of our wahine are being bashed, and our tāne in jail. It is through education, employment, building strong economic foundations that will help lift the spirits, the hearts and the minds to break the shackles of dependency. With God-given strength, my father turned his sights to education, where he reinforced in us, his children, lay the answers to many of life's challenges. A solid education would give you options. Good results would get you opportunities. And education would allow you independence, freedom to choose, and the ability to make wiser choices. Options, opportunities, independence, underpinned by perseverance, determination, personal responsibility. These are the attitudes I have inherited. Mr. Speaker, there is a whakatauki. whai ati iti kahurangi, ki te tuohu koe me he maunga teitei, strive for the highest peak, and if you must bow, let it be to the loftiest mountain. To me, this means having a dream and following it, backing yourself as a winner. As a business owner working in the commercially aggressive television broadcast industry, it demanded innovation, strategic acuity and ingenuity. I'm proud to say that my company was part of the $10 billion Māori contribution to New Zealand's GDP. In fact, small to medium-sized enterprises are the backbone of the New Zealand economy. Small companies like the very successful start-up operation Kaputi Productions, run by Brent Iamanga-Job and Michelle Lee, is an example of great product. Simple, smart, durable. Brent, Michelle and Kaputi Productions is Kiwi know-how, Māori can do, New Zealand at work. Mr Speaker, I come to Parliament rich in knowledge and wealthy in experiences working for, living with, learning from and loving a diverse range of people. With gratitude, I acknowledge my colleague Louisa Wall, Labour MP for Manurewa, for introducing the Marriage Equality Bill to the House. Kia koe e te tuahine tēnā koe. And to all those who voted in favour, I thank you. The fundamental principle of equality and one law for all. To the Takatapui community, my friends, my queer family, Rangituno Black and Mihi Rāwhiti Shrink, who taught me that the strength in being Takatapui is in the knowing you are Māori. Michael Gullery, whose gentle nurturing of minds, reinforcing our valued place in Aotearoa, New Zealand, and worthy of great celebration, you are my mentors. I would like to take this moment to remember some of our whānau who have departed this world, Rangi Chadwick, Bossy Mana, Jason Ramaka, loyal, trusted friends, all talented young men, steeped in te reo me ngā tikanga, and Queenie Me Haere, a gifted and generous artist. Haere, haere, haere atu rā. Thanks to the Takatapui community, I bring to this House and my government strength of courage to overcome adversity, tolerance in the face of rejection, acceptance where there is love, and an ability to recognise diversity as being the fabric that makes up this young, beautiful nation. If we go forward as a nation, united in our diversity, then we do so with purpose and with passion. We may not agree with one another's policies, processes, procedures. We are not a homogenous people, but I respect the right for anyone to voice their opinion, and I welcome the opportunity to debate robustly. The ability to challenge with vigour, with passion and with authenticity, all the while preserving the integrity of your opposition, is what I learnt from my dear friend and colleague Willie Jackson. Shrewd, witty, astute, I count myself fortunate to have worked with one of the most sharpest political commentators in New Zealand. My broadcasting career was launched through the generosity of Dame June Jackson, Willie's mum. If not for her funding of my very first television program for TV3, my career may very well have floundered. In fact, Dame June Jackson assisted in the rehabilitation of some of the country's most notorious criminals. She did it because she felt compelled. She did it because no one else would. She did it because they were whānau. Strong whānau breeds strong communities, and for me, my Ngāpuhi cousins have given to me unconditional love. My Nathan, Haunui and Kōmere cousins, who showed me the beauty of eeling, the joy in creek swimming and the thrill of rat shooting at the Moerewa tip. To my Ngāti Porou girl cousins, Jodie Ihaka, Erina Reedy, Narina Howe and Kath Akohata Brown, for your growing up advice in business and on how to craft great stories, I thank you. When asked, why are you here? I think of my sisters, Rosina, Lorraine and my brother Michael, whose honesty, whose hard work and integrity inspires me to contribute positively to this growing nation. When asked, why are you here? I think of my mum, my father, my stepfather Peter Morunga, a generation of Māori who came to town for a better life so that we, the children, could prosper. I do not want their sacrifices to count for nothing. When asked, "What do you have to offer?" I say, I can offer a strong sense of loyalty to my Prime Minister, my colleagues and my government. When asked, "What do you wish to achieve?" I say, I wish to continue the legacy left by my father, to work hard to build a strong economic future where business innovation thrives and ingenuity is celebrated and encouraged. When asked, "What do you wish to achieve?" I say, I wish to continue building tolerance, compassion, and to celebrate diversity as an integral part of this nation. To my beautiful wife, Maiden, for 25 years you have given me unreserved love and 3 beautiful tamariki. To kia mana, your perseverance is an inspiration to me. Te ua, your individuality is something to be cherished. And to our darling, beautiful little manawa, you are the centre of our universe. Nō reira, nā ku te raurau, no te raurau, ka ora ai te iwi. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Order. The House is suspended for the dinner break. I will resume the chair at 7:30 p.m.